How do we swim through the rough seas of causality and into the pure essence of divine eternity? How do we climb up the rope to the divine? And so we come to recognize that throughout our daily life and activities, there may be generally experienced a certain grip to life circumstances coming and going, some energies connected to that grip your attention and pull you left and right and up and down. To recognize this gripping of attention that sways us in various directions, creating maybe some suffering or disbalances, or occupying too much of your self, your inner self. Maybe it's simply the busyness of the mundane life that's gripping you and pulling you into various directions, various ways, and they're always gripping you and pulling you away from your self. Yes, from your true self, from the divine self. And this is the main struggle, I must say. The main struggle is to remain in the deepest self, abiding in your true self without being swayed left and right. Because this attention, this grip the attention has, it tends to distract and pull us away. Pulls our focus into spaces, circumstances, challenges. And some grips are softer, but some grips are much deeper. So in any way, however subtle or strong, it is for us to recognize this grip that the attention has upon us, how impactful and how it affects you in your own unique ways. From the other hand, when we are open and we abide in openness, We are open to allow all the life happenings, which includes all the energies and everything in it, to pass through you, through the openness, through the open space, through the open light. And through that openness, these energies pass through. So it is important for us to recognize that by being open, it doesn't mean that you will freeze in a certain peacefulness, so to speak, in a certain particular way. But the openness in you gives you the capacity and the ability to allow life to flow through you and out. Without having any grips, without allowing those flows of energies, of life circumstances to grip upon you. But when that happens, when life or circumstances and energies in any way grip on, it is your responsibility to ungrip it off, yes, to meditate, to recognize what is gripping, attaching, pulling you down, for example. And once you become aware of it, then you have power within you to ungrip it, to ungrip that focus that has pulled you from all sides and directions. And so this becomes then a way of life as an opportunity to integrate a higher light within, to become ever stronger within yourself, having a bigger capacity to allow life in its totality to be as it is, with the least resistance, through your deep openness. You allow everything to flow. So what grips is a certain resonance, a certain something that in a deep or deeper level, there is some resonance there for you to shine the light of awareness upon, to recognize what it is. Because it is through that recognition that you can then ungrip it, unsqueeze it, release it, and allow it to flow. That means that it doesn't remain stuck. So once this process becomes ever more integral in your life, a practice that is not forgotten, a practice that is practiced within you at all times, Sometimes that grip is easy to release, to ungrip yourself and stay open. Maybe for some, it supports you to be ever allowing of the experiences that are changing. Or maybe having this view to cultivate more of compassion, because compassion also ungrips the grips of your focus and what you may find yourself stuck with. So compassion is also very transcendental. It allows you to transcend and see beyond whatever is there in the way. Whatever is there in the way of your true nature, of your divine essence. And this beautiful unfoldment will give every time an opportunity to surrender, to let go of that which is distracting, because in essence it's a distraction. It's the focus, it grips to something, and that is always moving somewhere forward. It's not bringing it any closer to your divine essence. Any grips, any time you find yourself being maybe swallowed up by life or anything happening within it in relation to you, it's always pulling you and distracting you from being home, being within yourself where you truly belong to be, where you truly belong to experience this beautiful union with God, with divine within. And also, we should recognize as well that many times when our focus and attention becomes occupied, not only we find ourselves squeezed and restricted and uncomfortable within ourselves, but also we tend to try to fix, to go deeper into that hook. And most times it just spirals down because it's like entering a labyrinth of this mind that you can get lost into trying to manipulate or fix or do something with it. But instead, you can practice to not touch the attention. How about not touching the attention itself? How about going beyond the focus and attention behind it? So when we practice going behind the grip, we come to realize and experience a true ungripping, a true resolving, a true unwinding. Because when you retreat, when you step back and not touch the focus and attention in itself, this is where, in a deep level, you begin to resolve and let go this main initial grip. So today we will put this into practice, because this is a very, very deep and very effective practice for you to ungrip the grip of focus and attention, for you to go beyond it and allow what is occupying, what is veiling your deepest self, your divinity, that illumination of your divine that is veiled with so much of this gripping of attention and all that it's held. And this practice will help to unwind and resolve as you surrender, as you step back. And it's how you start resolving on a deep, deep level and clearing out this cloud that veils the true essence of who we are. It's like we all know that divine is here within, but yet there are degrees, various degrees of, let's say, darkness piled up that it doesn't leave any space for any illumination to emanate, because we're keeping too much density. So with this practice, this is the intention, to start unwinding, ungripping, so that whatever is in the way, distracting and veiling the deepest truth, can continue to resolve, disintegrate, and release.